for inviting me to share a few words. This is a privilege. This event marks the first day of reflection, hour of reflection, that we've had since the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. South Dakota is a proud pro-life state, and Governor Rhoden and I are proud of all the pro-life legislation and initiatives that we've helped accomplish with your help over the last 4 years. The Governor and I have advocated for unborn life since our first day in office, and we fought to give a voice to the voiceless, and I believe we've done just that. And now, the Supreme Court has finally recognized the authority of the states and the people to make policy choices for themselves on the important issue of life. South Dakota had a trigger law in place that said on the day that Roe versus Wade is overturned, abortion would be illegal in the state of South Dakota. I'm extremely happy to say that abortions are illegal here in South Dakota, except to save the life of a mother. But I think we all know here in this room that our work is far from over. Governor Rhoden is continuing to work with legislators to take care of mothers and their babies both before and after birth. This legislative session, the governor has announced a bill to provide that for all pregnancy expenses be covered by both the mother and the father. This consists of all expenses for pregnancy or prenatal care, labor, delivery of the child, and postpartum recovery when, if any, medical arises resulting from the pregnancy with that child. Every child is a human life from the moment they're conceived, and both parents are responsible for that life. We're creating a new benefit for state employees to cover up to $25,000 of the cost of domestic adoptions. We're advocating paid family leave opportunities statewide to help families have the opportunity to spend time and get to know their new children. And we've created a website, life.sd.gov, to provide support for families through whatever situation they face. And I think you've all probably heard by now that the Food and Drug Administration recently declared that they will permit chemical abortion drugs to be dispensed at pharmacies. This clearly goes against our pro-life values and cannot be permitted in South Dakota. Who is with us today, recently sent a letter to South Dakota pharmacists. They reminded pharmacists that abortions are illegal under state law, except when absolutely necessary to save the life of the mother. And pharmacists who knowingly break this law are subject to felony prosecution. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, the governor, for that. Surgically or induced chemically, end the life of an innocent human life. Governor Rhoden and I both know that life begins at conception. Science has proven it. South Dakota recognizes it. We are both such strong pro-life. South Dakota is a pro-life state, and we will continue to fight to protect life at every stage of development. And the work that you all do is critically important in helping us in that fight. So, on behalf of Governor Rhoden and myself, thank you all for recognizing the universal right to human life. And thank you for working with us to ensure that every human life in South Dakota is valued by society and is protected by law. Thank you all. May God bless you. May God continue to bless the great state of South Dakota. Thank you.